In the village of Okbono, there lived a family of 3, Chike, his wife Ada, and their daughter Rose. When Chike and Ada were teenagers, they fell deeply in love, and the result of their relationship was Rose. Despite having Rose at a very young age, Chike and Ada did all they could to take care of their daughter. When Rose was born, Chike had only completed his secondary school education and he didn't have a good job yet, so he had to do odd jobs like clearing farmlands for people, fetching water and splitting firewood for people so he could earn some money to care for his daughter. The same thing applied to Ada. Unfortunately, Ada did not get to complete her secondary school education when she was pregnant with Rose, but the young mother took good care of her daughter. Since Ada's parents made and sold ogi, raw pap, Ada would help her parents sell at the market, and whenever she made some extra profit, she would keep the money without using it. As time passed, with the little money Ada had saved from selling ogi for her parents, she started her own ogi business. Even though Chike and Ada really loved their daughter, they were not prepared for the responsibility of being a parent at that very young age, but they pulled through. With their hard work and little resources, Ada and Chike raised Rose with love, and they provided some of her basic needs they could afford. When Rose was old enough for school, her parents enrolled her in the local primary school they could afford. Thankfully, Rose grew into a very intelligent and beautiful girl. She learned new things quickly and she did well in school. Even at that young age, Rose saw how much her parents struggled to put food on their table and provide for her needs. But there was a problem. Rose always wanted more, and she was never satisfied with anything her parents did for her. One time, when Rose was 9 years old and was about to celebrate her 10th birthday, Rose told her parents that she needed some new shoes and a beautiful pink gown as a birthday gift. But unfortunately, Ada and Chike could not afford what Rose wanted. Instead of celebrating her birthday without a gift, Chike and Ada got Rose a cheaper gown because they had very little money to spare. They expected that Rose would appreciate her gift, but sadly, Rose didn't.
What is this? Is this the design I showed you at the market? Why did you buy this for me?
Rose asked in an angry voice. My beautiful daughter, just manage this one. Nim. You know we just paid your school fees and we didn't have much money left. Ada tried to persuade Rose.
No, I don't want it. All my classmates have that pink gown and I want it too.
Rose said, I promise you, before the month runs out, your dad and I will buy you that pink gown. We will even buy you a pair of shoes to match it. Just take this one as your birthday gift. Remember what I told you about gifts? Whatever you get as a gift should be appreciated, no matter how small it is. Ada said,
This is what you say all the time. Every time I ask you or daddy for something, you must always give excuses.
Rose said angrily, My daughter, life is not so easy. But we apologize. Don't worry. When things get better, you will get whatever you want. Today is your birthday. Don't let this issue spoil your day, Chike said. Chike and Ada expected that Rose would understand after they explained everything to her. But she didn't. Instead of accepting the gown with happiness, Rose did something that shocked her parents. She took the gown from her mother and threw it out of the house.
Rose!
Chike yelled.
How dare you do such a thing? Do you know how hard your mother and I worked to afford that gown?
Chike asked angrily, but Rose did not respond. My husband, please stop shouting. I will talk to her. You know she's still a child and she still acts like one, Ada said.
You better talk to her because I will not tolerate such rubbish in my house. If a young child like her cannot appreciate the little things her parents do for her, is it the big things she will appreciate? If she doesn't want the gown, then I will personally give it to someone who will appreciate it.
Chike yelled, and he walked out on Rose and Ada angrily. As soon as Chike walked out on them, Ada rushed outside and picked up Rose's gown, which Rose had thrown out. Rose, what you did was very bad. You just showed your father and me that you do not appreciate what we did for you. Ada said,
If you didn't have the money to buy the exact gown I asked for, then you should have not gotten this one.
Rose murmured, But we already promised you that we would get you the gown before the month runs out. Now you have ruined your father's mood. Ada said in a calm voice, You have to go to your father and apologize to him now. Ada added,
I will not do that because I didn't do anything wrong. Other parents provide whatever their children want, but you and Daddy never give me what I ask for.
Rose said. Then she walked out on her mother. Deep down, Ada was not happy with how Rose behaved that day, but she pretended everything was okay and didn't punish Rose for her behavior. Nkem, you are too tough on our daughter. You know she's still a child and sometimes she needs to be corrected with love. Ada tried to persuade Chike later that day.
I don't care if she's still a child. I will not tolerate her behavior. Even if she did not like the gown and had no intentions of wearing it, she shouldn't have thrown it outside. It's a slap on our faces as her parents, and I will not condone such disrespect.
Chike said, I have talked to her and she will never do it again. Please, my husband, just forgive her. You know today is her birthday and we are all supposed to be happy for her new age. Ada said,
I'm happy and I have forgiven her. But make sure that something like this never happens again.
Chike said. After that day, Ada and Chike believed that Rose would change and be more appreciative of what her parents did for her. But they were wrong. As Rose grew older, her unappreciative nature grew worse. She literally complained about everything. The food they ate, the clothes she wore, and even the small house they lived in. In fact, there was nothing Ada and Chike did that could satisfy Rose. If she wasn't complaining about something, she would compare her parents to other parents and talk down on all their efforts to give her a better life. That wasn't all. After Rose started her secondary school education, Ada and Chike noticed that Rose only had eyes for big things. She always wanted things that were beyond her financial reach, and this made her parents very worried. Luckily for Ada and Chike, when Rose was 14 years old, Chike got a job in the city as a driver for a wealthy man, which allowed him to travel to the city with his family. Moving to the city had always been Rose's dream, so when her family finally relocated there, she was very happy. Growing up, Rose had heard so much about the city, and she had always wondered what it felt like to live there. Fortunately for Chike, the wealthy man who hired him as a driver was a very kind man. He offered Chike and his family very comfortable accommodation in his boys' quarters. Unlike the small 2-bedroom flat Chike and his family lived in Okpono village, his new apartment was very fancy, spacious, and beautiful. About a week after Chike resumed his job as the wealthy man's driver, the man called Chike and his wife, Ada, to his house one evening. Chike, I have been thinking lately, what if I enroll your daughter Rose in the same secondary school my children attended before they traveled abroad? The wealthy man said.
Oh no, sir. Thank you very much. You have already done enough for us. Do not worry. Once I save enough money from my salary, I will enroll her in an affordable school around here.
Chike said.
Come on, Chike. We are now family. And besides, the
The secondary school I'm talking about is one of the best schools here, and I'm sure your daughter will fit in there. I'm not comfortable with children staying at home when they are supposed to be in school," the wealthy man said. "Just allow me do this for you and your family. I really want to," the man added. "Okay, sir. Thank you very much for your kindness. I don't know if I can ever repay you for all you have done for me," Chike said. "Thank you so much, sir. May God bless you richly," Ada said. "You are welcome. Your daughter is very intelligent, and I know she will fit into the school perfectly. Please, get her ready. Tomorrow, we will go to the school together to process her admission," the wealthy man said. That evening, when Chike and Ada returned to their apartment, they were so happy and relieved. Before the wealthy man invited them to his house that evening, Ada and Chike had been thinking of an affordable school to enroll Rose in. The few schools they had checked were very expensive, and even if Chike saved 3 months of his salary, it still wouldn't be enough for a term's school fees. The following morning, Chike, Rose, and the wealthy man drove to the secondary school the wealthy man talked about, and as soon as Chike drove into the school compound, his jaws dropped. The school compound was very big, and the buildings in the compound were breathtaking. Even driving to the principal's office felt heavenly because of the tall, decorated pine trees on both sides of the road leading to the principal's office. "Sir, is this really a school?" Rose asked the wealthy man. Even Rose could not believe a school could be so beautiful, big and classy. From the school uniform and how put together the students looked, Rose and Chike could tell that the school was very expensive. After Rose, Chike, and the wealthy man arrived at the principal's office, they entered for Rose's registration. As soon as Chike saw the expensive school fees the wealthy man wanted to pay, Chike asked to see the wealthy man outside. "Sir, I really appreciate your gesture to send my daughter to a school like this, but the school fees is too expensive. I wouldn't want to inconvenience you. Please, you have already done enough for my family and me," Chike said to the wealthy man. "Chike, you are not inconveniencing me in any way. I asked to do this, didn't I? Let me do it," the wealthy man said. "Sir, please, let her go to a cheaper school. They will still teach her the same things they teach here," Chike said. "Don't worry, Chike. I do not start what I cannot finish. As long as Rose can maintain good grades, I will pay her school fees until she finishes her secondary school education," the wealthy man said. As soon as Chike heard that, he went on his knees and thanked the man. "Please, Chike, stand up. You are embarrassing me," the wealthy man said. When Chike saw that some of the students who were passing by the principal's office stopped to look at them, he stood up immediately. When they returned to the principal's office, the wealthy man paid Rose's fees in full and paid for other important things too. That day, Rose was so happy and could not stop thanking the wealthy man for his kindness. Before Rose left the school that day, she collected her school uniform, shoes, and the books she would need for her new class. One more thing. Since the school is quite far from the house, you can drive Rose to school every morning. The wealthy man said to Chike while they were driving back home. "Ah, sir, thank you so much. You are heaven sent," Chike said. "Thank you very much, sir," Rose thanked the man. "Oh, Rose, don't thank me yet. Thank me by studying hard and getting good grades. You are in a school with many opportunities, so make sure you do your best," the wealthy man said. "I will do my best, sir," Rose responded. While Chike and Ada were excited that Rose would be attending one of the best secondary schools in the city, they had no idea that Rose would no longer accord them respect as her parents. In fact, just because the wealthy man had paid for Rose's school fees, Rose used that as an excuse to forget everything her parents had done for her right from the day she was born. As if all of that was not enough, Rose did something heartbreaking that brought tears to her father's eyes. Watch out for part 2. Did you enjoy this story? Let us know in the comment section below. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Also, do not forget to follow our channel on Facebook and Instagram. Thank you.